Is there any way of kind of quantifying the value that you've received from this program?
Oh, absolutely. We've covered a lot of different areas, and some of the most quantifiable areas are around time management. That I could be double and triple booked into meetings, probably 30 to 35 hours a week prior to this. That I was burning the midnight oil just to try and keep up on my email. And just looking at some of the time management skills that we've had and identifying sort of where it's appropriate to be involved and where it's not. I attend probably half the number of meetings that I did in the past, and also I won't necessarily always stay in meetings. And that's really helping me work with my team to identify what types of meetings they need to be in and really have all of us using our time better. And that's kind of the most obvious, quantifiable measure.
Mm-hmm. How much time do you think you've been able to gain on an average of a week?
Oh, anywhere from 8 to 16 hours. It varies from week to week, but massive amounts of time.
Wow.
Massive amounts of time. And also, not being in all of those meetings really helps me be viewed differently by team members. That if I'm not having to be there in every single meeting, they don't need to run every single decision past me. It empowers them a little bit to do their job a little bit more. They're more engaged in their jobs because they know that they have a greater role.
Are you being active more in developing relationships with clients and doing business development?
I think I've got some great skills, and I think one thing that I realized through the sessions was that I already had a lot of great things that I could just build on. That I didn't need to learn how to be a salesperson. That I had a lot of the great skills already. I just needed to be an honest person and very transparent about who I am and what I'm interested in doing, and be thoughtful about who I might be trying to seek business from, and find out what their concerns are and where their head is. Maybe first as a person, and then as a business person.
And how did the program help you?
Well, one of the biggest things that I learned is that you have to celebrate your small accomplishments. Because I tend to go big. I tend to go really big. Like, I'll have this big idea of what I want to do, and then I get really overwhelmed in that I'm trying to get to that big idea. And I learned that if I just cut myself some slack and sort of celebrated the smaller moments of, hey, I actually put that meeting together, or I crossed off 5 things from my to-do list, that I'm making little steps towards my big vision, and I just have to be patient. I guess that's one of the big things I learned too, is that it's not all going to change overnight, and I think just being real about that. And then managing the time is really important. The little keys about what to do with email and how to, block off time, or how to change the culture of your staff to help manage their interruptions. It's okay to say, actually, I don't have time right now. Can we schedule a time tomorrow so you can get my full attention and we can talk about it, instead of the, hey Jen.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes I actually do have to sit down with my head down for a 30-minute block and get something done. So I've been successful in telling people no, and it felt really good because I had never really done that before. I'm just like, yeah, what can I do? How can I help? And so I can't do that anymore. It's impossible.
What about in terms of working with folks and relationship building, and what have you learned from that?
So I am somebody who's very quick to act, and I often am somebody who just, okay, fine, I don't understand what's going on, the whole thing, but here's what you're going to do, and just go do this. And I realized that I often wasn't listening to what people were really trying to tell me, or I wasn't always getting the full amount of information from them, or I might have been solving for a problem that wasn't actually the problem. And so sometimes with my newfound time, stopping and listening to them a little bit longer and really getting to the core of the problem has been really effective and a big change for me personally.